Yeah, slide's a little weak, but it's there. Anyway, welcome to edition of live Candlepin Bowling from Brian's Bowlaway. When we did the 10 pins live, this is where we were supposed to have been, but it was closed for some reason. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is, of course, the live Candlepin Bowling. There was another place I was gonna go that I haven't been to in a long time to help with a give a charitable contribution because they were raising money for charity. And then I read about the charity, and there were things about it I didn't like. I will not say where it is and what it is, and I will not acknowledge it if anyone brings it up, because surprisingly the alley itself doesn't really their political thinking is a lot less narrow than the place that they're raising money for, which I'm surprised. But I got nothing against the bowling alley. I'm not going to, like I said, not going to mention the charity, not going to mention the place. But there's one that we haven't been to in quite a while. Anyway, we're here, lane number 3. We're watching me suck at bowling. First showed you Brian's Bowlaway. Number 2 seems to be a bit of a dead spot. Maybe that water leaking might have an issue there. Anyway, the strike. Hello, Nico. The strike streak died, last week. But then again, I expected it because, 1, Masons, and 2, were bowling with someone, so not bowling as many games. I got my stopwatch running because I know at 3 hours the meter's going to expire. So if for some reason we run a hair long, there'll be a pause for you to pump another quarter or 2 into the meter. Should be fine. Let's get going. Let's get off to our usual rough start. All right. And we start with a lovely 4. To show you how much I sucked, I was going for the flat piece of wood and hopefully it would have sprayed over. Niner. I don't know, maybe it didn't like being zoomed in like that. This phone's very picky, doesn't seem to want to work. You didn't miss anything. Here's the halftime report. Start off lovely, and a 9, and a 9, and a lousy 7, and a 9. We are at 38 so far. Now, I know Nico came in and said hi. If anybody else did when we lost the signal, I apologize. Like I said, we lost the signal, so if anyone else said hello after Nico, It's no longer on here. Oh no, Nico's still there. Okay, help. So it keeps the logs as well. All right, let's continue. Rough start, but it's rebuildable. Oh, we need markers. Slight chance with nines, but we need markers. Nines are better. All right, last frame. In order to get minimal acceptance, we need 9. And we'll go over that after the game. Mission failed, that's a 7. I can tilt this towards the window because there's daylight and it focuses. That kind of wrecked it. 9, 8, and of course 9. No, there's the of course a 7. Failed. 78. Oh yeah. I would like to have at least half the games, and since there's 10 on the sheet, at least 5 of them be 80 or better, which we'll get to again in a moment. High single 148 done at Putnam's, low 44 done at Mason's. The high here of 123. And now, in terms of consider a game good or not, that is based on the average skill of a casual league bowler, according to records held by the International Candlepin Bowling Association, which is a rough spread around 80 to 100. So if we hit at least 80, we're good. If we can focus on the pins, that would be better. 90s, right in the middle, 100, great. So game one, of course, a flop. Usually here, that's how it works for some reason. Game number 2. Starting with the bowling god's middle finger. Another 9. Almost went exactly where I wanted. I don't think it would have worked. And 7. See how the pins slightly wobble and fall over? No magnets. Perfect shot for the spare that I was hoping would happen. Again, no magnets, so it went down. The way things have been going, who knows how El Stinko, the bonus ball, will do. Let's find out. If it can go wrong, it pretty much always does. El Stinko lives up to its name with 2. To be honest, I was surprised I got a spare, but I will not say the ball did not go where I threw it. that's where we come to a halftime report. Niner, week 7, and another spare. The first ball only knocking down to 2, making the fill. So far, we are at least 47 with El Stinko. And I'll answer this because every now and then somebody occasionally asks the question what the little L means. It means we have beat or surpassed the low water mark of 44. Now, if we beat my high score, there'll be an H where it is. And if it's HB or H Bryans, that would be the high of Bryans. What will El Stinko make the half? El Stinko makes the half an even 50 with the 3 fill of crap. Put a piece of paper between the ball and the pin there. At least it's not a curse of the fill. We got a 9. I don't know if that was good or not. There's a V shape right there. The cap facing towards us in the other pin. If we can get it right in the middle, maybe a spare. Miss it, really. And down goes the ship of the fun. Two frames to get 8 for minimal acceptance. Another lousy 6. Headed on to the second one too long. Got 9. Watching my average tank even further. 9. First 3 making the spare. 8. 5, 6, 9. 87 at least. A relatively weak bottom half. All right. Game number 3. Start with 8. Perfect shot. Means it's once again time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? None of them have been good so far. El Stinko stunk for the pins that time. I guess we can say we have a decent fill. That catapults the score. Time for 2 El Stinko, the bonus balls. Of the places I have got a double strike, Putnam Street because it's Putnam's, Acton because it's a grease pit. Here, which is strange, and of all places, Mason's before the renovations. And oddly enough, the last place was an Easy House, New Palace. I've never tripled. Can we get a second double here? Probably not. Will we get a good fill? Let's see. Oh, that sucks. Gotta say, the second ball was a good attempt. 8 fill, which is actually pretty good for a string. Getting a gutter ball on corner pins, even the pros do that. Those don't bother me as much. It's the By the way, way, in the third frame, we already passed the low. That head pin hit was way too thin, and in a tough house, you typically get screwed. Niner. Now keep in mind when I show you this halftime that we've had strong halves and it all fell apart later. We've also had strong halves and extremely rare had a decent second half. 8, spare, then a strike, which makes that a 10 fill. 9, oh yeah, first the 8, which filled the strike, and then the 9, 63. Things have to go horribly wrong to not get in the 90s at this point. Case in point, only a 3. Fortunately, the wood was angled enough to make that work. Terrible shot. Still once again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Oh, this bonus B. Hey, we had one that was pretty good. And of course, the strike, the only one so far, was pretty good. What a crap leave. 5 fills all right. Oh, went in the gutter first. That's an 8. Two frames to get 11 points for that many numbers in the score. Let's face it, if it went over, I really didn't deserve it. I would take it for sure. Spare's okay. Once again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Now the question is, how high in the hundreds are we getting? We need that many to make that happen. Again, way too thin and you get screwed. All right, so we got 5, 6. El Stinko is a 4. Stayed on, that's all that matters. I think we hit our peak for today. Let's see why. All right, there's enough daylight for you to do this. Or maybe there isn't. There we go. There's the line. Start off horrendously, then a spare, then an 8, first ball knocking down 5, then another spare, then a 9, first one knocking down 4. Can't argue with a 112. And the strike streak is once again revived. So now that we got the 112, where's the great collapse going to happen? And if you are saying something in the live feed, apparently things are being a bit janky at the moment. So I'm not ignoring you. If I typically will say hello to at least that much, if I can read it. Because again, I also have the thing set very dim so the battery lasts. All right. Game number 4. There it is. And there you have it, people. There you have it. Start with a wonderful 7. Getting screwed doesn't help either. That's an 8. Gotta wait for the wood to settle down. Yet another screw job, the Four Horsemen. Oh, this looks like it might be a bottom end here. Not going to work. Halftime. Only two good things happened there. Not it. That's one, and that's the other. And a pair of sevens. It's still rebuildable at 39. All right. Another lousy seven. Yay! Now we got a spread eagle with prey in one talon. As Dennis Nuzzle says, less than a more if we can nail the shot. Yeah, this game's trash already at the half. The score's bad enough. No, we need a mark. Minimum required. Welcome to Masons. Hey, at this point, if the ball's good, might as well be crap. Told you the great collapse happens afterwards. Game's junk, so let's do that practice shot. Eight. I am not allowed to be good. Nothing good happens. 7-4, well, the 8. That's it. After a 112, we get a 72, the great collapse. So far it's 50-50, and I guess I'm owed a play. I'm owed a run where more bad games happen than good, because why improve? Anyway, still nothing. You know what, I'm going to move you up a little bit more. This thing doesn't like to zoom in too much. And let's turn this so we can get a little closer. There we go. Halftime. Well, this is game 5. Another week 7 start. And there's the first I wish it was ball 2 moment. That was actually a good one. Second ball from a spreadie. Stay at 9. Lousy 6 to help us go. Bowling God's middle finger for now. Time for a halftime report. 7, 10. Phone's probably going to have to go on the auxiliary camera. 9, a lovely 6 and a 9 for a 41. Barely hitting minimal acceptance. And hello, Chris Allen. And 2020 Lucas. Like I say, if I see him, I try to at least say hello. If I don't, it's because YouTube, the internet, or the phone blipped during your send and it didn't come. Alright. We're staying alive pretty much. Welcome to my world. It's funny that Brian only seems to look when I'm getting screwed royally. Oh, we got 10. And because we can't have any good games, 5. It's still doable. Another I wish it was ball 2 moment, although that one just barely. Still a 10. Two frames to get 14. That one fell out of my hand, but we got 8. Last frame, just to make it minimally acceptable, we need 4. Almost went down the toilet. It's an 8. right, so we're at 2/3 pretty much. Yeah, this phone's not gonna go very long. 7, 10. Do I know if I'm scrolling or not? 9, 6. Okay, that's the first half. 10, then that, then a 10, then an 8, and a miraculous 8. Bottom end with 82. My fingers aren't getting all that filthy, so Brian kept it pretty clean. Well, he usually does. You know how I always say they have their clean phases and dirty phases. Brian's had his share of dirty. This is one of his cleaner ones. Anyway, halftime, so time to clean off the bowling balls. All right, the bowling balls are clean. Check the battery level. Yeah, the battery's not looking too well, and yeah, this phone's sputtering. Hey. Hello, Cooper123. Halftime is over. Hey, Brian, there's 10 games on the sheet, so we do the 10. If Chris and I come here, we'll do 6 apiece, and we have the last game on the back. But this is street parking, and there's meters involved. And no, I'm not racing the thing because we're half done, and it's a 3-hour time limit, and we're at 1:13. Plenty of time. I'd just like to go a little faster because this is one of the further ones where I drive 15 miles. I mean, it's not really far distance, but you know that's time. Game number 6. This stall also gave the chance for the balls to dry off. Because if they don't, then it picks up more stuff and they have to be cleaned while we're playing. After that 112, everything's gone to hell, and this thing's falling off. Okay, this battery pack is falling off, even though I had it nice and secured. Pardon the jiggles. Might have hit it. That's a 7. And turn it a little more so you somewhat can see the pins a little bit better. Per usual, we gotta wait for that wood to settle down. Ready? Week 7. I forgot there was another 7 I got before. Again, not even halftime. This game's a blowout. This is by far the worst. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess the Great Collapse will be forever at this point. Nothing good happened, except for the 8. That's it, just a 33. Not by far the worst, but it's still the worst. Are a minimum. This game is junk anyway, so the only thing I can do. Hello, Sam. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The only way I can get a spare here is if I hit that piece of wood there on the left. On the left. Doesn't count, but I don't. I already wrote this game as a fail. Since it doesn't matter, let's do that practice shot. The one that I tried to open up the Putnam Street competition with. All right, proof I never got better. Ever. Come on. 9, and that's it. 8. That's it. I think those days of 90s and 100s are pretty much gone. Yeah, we'll hit 90s and 100s here and there, but the days that I average a 90 or above, gone. They're long gone. Back at 50-50 odds, which means we're likely to get our first ever boy do we really suck moment. And boy, that battery is ridiculously low. I didn't get a warning either. At 15% it typically tells me that the battery's running low and it keeps a message up. It didn't. Or at 7, but now it's plugged in, which means the camera's going to probably freeze. Let's at least try to get another good game. Sadly, 9's the best start we had today. What's not so sad is at least it's a 9. At least I got something out of it. Middle finger. Finally a mark. That was a pretty good one, actually. That was 3 games without the appearance of El Stinko, the bonus ball. Hello, Watson. Spoiler, one good game, two great collapses to prove that we can't have good games. But so far, this one's okay. We got El Stinko, the bonus ball. One of them was decent. The rest of them suck. And the strike throw we had was good. Why get better? El Stinko's the one. Week 7. Halftime, it's not all that bad. 9, 18, 27, whoop, 30s, 37. And then 7, the first ball only taking 1, because why should El Stinko be any good? 45. Yeah, it's back to the way things were meant to be. All right, second half. It's a Woolworth. What do you expect? Let's see. At least there's no magnets. At Mason's, that would have easily been either the goalpost or the, well, as you 10-pinners call it, big ears, call it the double pinochle, although that's actually a rare term in 10-pin as well. But they don't have magnets in the pins and on the pin plates, so they fall. Worst is a 9. Another I wish was ball 2 moment, but it's still a 10. Alrighty, 2 frames to go. Need 8 to hit minimal acceptance. So close. But it's still an 8. Eight is great. Better than half, which shows you that the best times are behind us. 8, 9, 10, 8, 8, 88. There seems to be quite a bit of vibration effect. Yeah, that's because it's on a wooden surface. If I put it here, it'll be less, but you also see less. I rarely ask, but let me know if it actually does improve. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. But the bad thing is I can't zoom in any tighter or the camera will go. The phone will freeze up. Number 8. Alrighty, that's 8. At Putnam Street in the Palace, you got no choice but to deal with the vibration. Oh, taser, I believe? Like I said, I got the thing dimmed so the battery wouldn't last, or in this case, not drain as quick. This time the kingpin is standing alone for 9. That was a nice one. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Thank you, Watson. My strike fill from that one strike was good. None of the spares were all that great. I mean, a 5 is acceptable, which that's as good as it got today. But will this one change things? Obviously, that was a stupid question. They can almost never be good, just like old times. 3. And then another beauty shot for another spare. Which means once again it's time for El Stinko spare, I'm thinking. El Stinko the bonus ball. Like I said, the 5's the only halfway decent spare fill we got. Everything else was junk. So let's see what this is. Oh, actually, I take that back. There was the 5 and the strike was a fill. So we had one excellent one and one that was okay and the rest sucked. So let's see where on the line of suck to halfway decent this may be. Well, this time it's actually a good fill, and I'm not counting the fact that El Stinko stinks for the league. The number is good. Finally, a third one. 6. So unless something catastrophic happens, Chris may be available next week. He wasn't this week. 8, 9, spare, another spare, first ball only knocking down 3, then an 8, the first knocking down 6, so that's the third spare with at least a 5 or better, making it a decent fill, and a 54, which is not, as I said, it's not a guarantee of a good outcome. Remember one game we had 50s, and then we barely got an 82 after that. I think I got like 20 points in the second half. Basically, nothing's guaranteed. But then we've had really horrendous halves and then explode in the second, and everything was pretty good. Let's see where this one falls. Second ball was good, but I got Woolworth. That's an 8. As soon as I saw it starting to curve, I knew it was gonna go. I don't mind if the curves are a little dead. I have better control over that. Time for another El Stinko the bonus ball. What will this one be? El Stinko sort of helps with a weak 4. Welcome to Masons. Screwed again, 7. Two frames to hit 7 to hit middle of average. Again, as soon as I saw it starting to curve, I knew it would happen. This is El Stinko, the bonus ball. If El Stinko can get rid of that many pins, it's a guaranteed that many numbers. And we're there, El Stinko again, week 4. Oh well. Tapped in a 10. All right, thank you. Yeah, because every now and then if I put it behind the bowling alley, sometimes it doesn't make it better. There is a separation. Apparently there's enough of one. 8. Spare. Curse of the Fill. Only a 7. First 3 knocking down 4. Then a spare. Then a 10. First 1 knocking down 4. Another bright spot today, 107. That's the second highest game. And a lot of garbage behind it. The 80s I can live with. That's the funny thing, they're all either 80s, 100s, or they suck. All right, game number 1. We're at the minimum acceptable good game count. And we got 2 games to go. Speed is great. Let me turn it this way. By laws of perspective, you might have maybe a 1 pixel better look at back pins. Thin razor's edge line, and I managed to hit it exactly where I had to put it. Means once again it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? Being on Candlepin Stars and Strikes on Channel 50, I think it was Mike Morin. Not his cohort, but I think Mike Morin is the one who brought out that, and it's surely true for me, whenever a bonus is involved on a spare, people tend to do worse. And of course, because I suck, it's always worse than normal. That's a 3 for me. Almost, that's a 9. SKRUD again. I had a couple inches of spare before it went in the gutter. Saw something good. Now that's dumb luck. Halftime report. Enough light here? Ooh, the lights here are enough. 8. Spare. 9. First ball knocking down 3. 9. Strike. We are at least 49 with 2 El Stinkos to come. And I'll repeat this again. People sometimes ask what the little L stands for. It means I surpassed my, I surpassed my low of 44. My high is a 148 and my high here is a 123. We came somewhat close in one game, but no. All right, 2 El Stinkos, and this is one of the places where I got a double strike. This is a tough house. Let's see if we can at least get a good fill. Second El Stinko definitely lived up to its name. 7 for Phil, okay on a strike, it's a bit weak. That makes the half of 56. Niner. As I said, the L stands for beating low. H would be beating the high. And H plus either the initials or the name of the house is the high of the house being low. Brains. Uh-oh, 6. Three frames to get 9 for minimal acceptance. I don't know what I did to my arm Friday, but it's been sore, and now I think it's starting to give away. Let's sit at 8. To hit middle of average, you need 11 for these two. I can hear Casey McCall. Blood player. It counts. So we know we got at least 6 good games out of the 10 and a nice blur. Here's El Stinko. Let's see if it can help. I tell you, if people bet on every spare bonus being lousy, they probably would win a lot of money in Vegas or go bankrupt. El Stinko stunk with a half to right. A deuce. That was good, though. That was good. And that 9 makes something special happen. that, then an 8, then a spare, and then a 9. First ball knocking down just 2, and once again, we hit that. Well, it's either 80s, 100s, or Sucksville. Speaking of Sucksville, this is the last game, and we know what that means. That means the whimper finish. Video's blurry. Yeah, I love that, Watson. Highly skilled strike indeed. I mean, you have to play the game for years to master that. And then I did it. Alrighty, last game. Will it end in a whimper like they usually do? I have a feeling we know the answer already. At least it's a 9. The fact that it blurs out is another reason why I hate the good camera. The crappy looking camera stays focused because it's a pinhole. But it looks like crap. But then the phone doesn't heat up as much either. It still seems to be running, so we're still good. Kingpin for 9. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 hours. See, I don't have to race the meter. I got 3 hours on it. 2 of them have expired. This is the last game. That's an 8. I believe I only threw 3 balls. Well, by ICBA rules, even though the judge, which doesn't exist in this case, has the ultimate final say, in terms of a bowler's decision is final. Alrighty. On Watch Me Suck at Bowling, I let the judge, being the video editing process, be the final thing because I want, since it's on video and edited, I want it to be as true, accurate of the game as possible. Which does include the ever slight minor lobs, which a lot of competitions will look away when that happens. And a week 7. Well, we know what happened last time. We had a decent start and a crap finish. Ultimately, the score was okay, but... Alright, it's not going to cooperate. Oh, there we go. 9, 9, 8, 7, 10, 43. I mean, even if it's like low 80s, that's fine. And bing, bing, and... Alright, let's finish this. Let's finish the series. Went in the gutter, no good. Yeah, a lot of people that play off the street don't understand. If the ball goes in the gutter, then takes out pins, it's no good. If the ball hits fair wood or a standing pin, goes in the gutter and takes out more, it's okay. The ball has to hit fair material, a piece of wood or a standing pin. Then whatever happens at that point is good. Like we're heading towards the weekend of okay. 3 frames to get 11. If plan B were to have worked, it would have had to hit the wood on the right. I miscounted. 2 frames, I need 12. I needed 21. Here comes the collapse, the ruining moments of the fight. Time to ruin it. We need at least 7. I think the bowling gods missed their cue. That helps. We end with 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. So 7 of the 10 were good. Let's see what we can do here. That's the second time ever here at Brian's I was able to pull off a double. Never, ever have I ever got a triple. Would it be funny if it happened here? Guess what's in? Wouldn't it be funny in a tough house like Brian's I get a triple? I highly doubt it. But hey, I'm happy. So that's a 15 fill. It is not the high score of the day, but that was nice. That really, it wasn't the best of days, but that was a nice way to end it. So it actually ended well. Again, it's not the high score of the day either. 8-8, 9, lat, then a double strike. The first ball being a second strike and the third ball being a 5, making it a 15 fill. And a 98. I don't know why I did that, because this is where we start to show you how bad things really have gone. Game 1. Game 1. 78. We usually start off kind of bad over here anyway. 287. 3, the high water mark. 112. And then the great collapse, a 72. Then an 82. And then if the great collapse wasn't finished, 70. Then an 88. This thing is sputtery, so. Then a 107. Then a 100. And not quite 100, but a double strike. Second time ever at this place, and a 98. The problem is we have, one game that was bad, but 2 that were really just very short of sucking totally, which, there's problems still. We cannot overlook that. Sometimes I hit, and I've missed quite a bit. Thanks, Watson. Let's see. That wouldn't be a high triple. That's something my buddy Chris has. He has a high triple of, 354, which is considered to be, a respectable one, and mine's 325. But his high is a 118 and mine's a 148. I just wish I knew what I was doing when I'm doing it right. Because then when my mind goes into it, or even if I'm not, it just goes away anyhow. So that'll be it for this edition of Live Candlepin Bowling. It was a okay finish, then it got really weak, and then it became really surprising in a good way for once. So it ends the opposite as it did last time, where I had a very strong half, and then I only got 28 points in the second half and barely made an acceptably good game. So it went the opposite way, kind of. Ding. Georgia551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.